Hey Colton, how you doing? Your illustrations are gorgeous. Really great technique here. These are fantastic. Love this kid, man. As I remember, the kid comes home and says hi to his little goldfish buddy on the thing. He goes to pet his fish or to touch the bowl or to interact somehow, and the bowl falls off the table and breaks. Dude freaks out, thinks of an idea, figures out to go to the refrigerator, get the bottle, put the fish in the bottle. All is well, right? So the illustrations are really great. One thing I noticed in the illustrations is that you're starting to depict shadow and highlight, but really you got to remember, this is so important, to remember when you're depicting shadow and highlight that you really want to make sure that the light source is consistent, not only in each individual, but as a group. Okay, so for example, this is a great illustration of a goldfish, but right now the light source, as we can see, that there's a highlight right here and a highlight right here, indicating that the light source would be up here somewhere, right? But we don't have any corresponding shadow on the underside of the fish, right? And also right here, this highlight here, but there's also a highlight on the underside of the fish. That should be a shadow, right? Should there be on the underside? There should be a highlight here on the upside, shadow here, and then maybe a highlight right here, and then the shadow down here, as well as highlight, highlight, shadow, shadow. Do you see what I'm saying? So really, and the same thing can be applied to all of your illustrations. As a matter of fact, if you jump over to our color week, which was week 3, and we have this announcement. And you know what? Colton, I'm just going to go in here. I want to see if you had taken a look at that announcement. It doesn't look like, oh, wait a second. Unread. You did look at this announcement, so that's great. Oh, there you are. You looked at the announcement, so go ahead and review it, especially these. These are all tutorials on shading and highlight techniques. There's 1, 2 videos here, 6 more videos here, and then 3 more, or actually 2 more. So definitely take a look at those and determine how you can incorporate. I'm saying this in all the videos at this point, and honestly, you take an average illustration and you can make it great by adding shadow and highlight. It's just that important. Really, really important. Should be on the front burner of all of your illustrations is depicting shadow and highlight. Okay, a couple of recommendations here. I'm not so sure what this kind of semi-transparent fishbowl is in the background. But right now it looks like these are little water droplets, it looks like, connecting, but maybe it would be more compelling to use. Okay, so in the first frame, we got, which should be bigger, by the way, because you're introducing the setting, the main characters. We'll have to have a nice big depiction of the opening scene with the fishbowl on the dresser, okay? And in that bowl, you could have some bubbles coming up. So bloop, 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 little bubbles coming up from the fish, right? Then you can duplicate those bubbles and use those bubbles to connect your illustrations depicting the trail of the narrative, right? Okay, other than that, I think your illustrations are phenomenal. So let's go ahead and work shadow highlight and work out the rest of the details. And I think we're going to be in good shape. Okay, great job. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. Thank you very much, Colton.